All right, there's another interesting story. I believe it was Bleacher Report, Rob. And, both you and I agree. We don't put asterisks on championships. If Kawhi Leonard last year, I know the Golden State Warriors were banged up. They lost Kevin Durant. They lost Klay Thompson during the series. Still, hey, it's, everybody's playing under the same rules. It is what it is. Injuries have been a part of NBA playoffs ever since the league started. You can go back to some of the greatest players, and they benefited from the other team having injuries. So I take nothing away from various teams. Golden State, 2015, Kyrie and Kevin Love out. Don't take it away from them. LeBron, Draymond Green suspended 2016, no asterisk. So I don't put asterisks, but Bleacher Report gave a list of the top NBA quote-unquote asterisks of the last 30 years. And so they just gave, situations where you might, if they had to put an asterisk, what they would. For instance, here's one. 2002, Rob, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, Lakers versus the Kings. Mm-hmm. You know that, Tim Donaghy, who, basically, that game was, the Kings were about to win, and then the Lakers go on this parade to the free throw line because of bad calls. So that's one. The Spurs title in the 99 lockout season. Phil Jackson said in a radio interview that year, here's what Jackson said. They lost more than a third of the season, and then they rushed to play those games into a magnified schedule, and it questioned the teams that were really going to have a chance to win it, like Indiana and Utah. When teams would play 18, 19 games in the last month of the season, it broke down some of the older, steady teams because of that impact of a heavy schedule. I always kind of term that as an asterisk season. So the question I'm going to throw out, if you'll indulge us, Rob, is if you had to, not that you are.
Right, because I don't believe in it.
Right, and I'm with you. But if you had to put an asterisk by a season or a championship or two, whatever, what would it be? You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I would go, and I don't take anything from this championship. It's legitimate. But I would say the Rockets, that first championship for sure, in 1994, when Michael Jordan was retired, they beat the Knicks in 7, and it was Olajuwon's first championship. And here's why I say that. Not to take anything from Akeem, but we all knew that's the most unique situation you could have where everybody on the planet knew the best basketball player in the world was not playing in the league. Not because of injury, not because he got old and retired. He just chose to walk away. So that, to me, as great as that Rockets team was, we all know the best player wasn't playing, so that could put a question in your mind as to whether or not they're the best team. So that would be the one if I had to put an asterisk by.
That's a good one. I think for me, there are a few out there. Some people look at that Spurs 50-win season, Chris.
Yeah, 50 games. Yep.
50-game season, I mean. And some people look at that one. Some people might look at the LeBron's comeback with
LeBron's first championship was a lockout season.
Right?
66 games. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You're right. But you know which one I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick when Dwayne Wade won that championship with Miami over Dallas. And that's the one I'm going to pick.
It's a good
because there's some monkey business going on in that series, Chris. And
so we all know the fouls were ridiculous. All right, Wade was just
I'm trying to get the number, Rob G. I need your help. But when you say
monkey business, really, are you saying you think something untoward was going on?
Yes, I really do, Chris, because I'm not prepared to really go into it because we'd have to talk it out first, but there was just stuff that went on, especially the free throws, which were so ridiculous. And remember, most people don't remember this. Dallas was up 2-0 in that series. And then all of a sudden,
I would say, Rob, they were up 2 points, 97 in the whole series in the 6 game. In the 6 games, they took the 97 free throws. But here, Rob, I would say, because I covered that series for the ESPN, they were up 2.7-0. Because remember, in game 3, they were up like 8 or 13. I don't know if it was 13 in the fourth quarter. It was like 8 with a few minutes left. You know, they seem to be on their way to a 3-0 lead. Yeah.
And I'm just saying, it just didn't feel right, Chris. If you breathed on Dwayne Wade, it was a foul. You remember that. It was the most ridiculous thing I had ever seen, and it just seemed like they were not going to win. It didn't matter. And there was something else there where the referees interjected themselves into the basketball. That was one of the most it was the most unenjoyable finals I can remember, Chris, because there was so many free throws.
I'm going to give you these numbers, Rob. In game 3, where Miami won to avoid going down 3-0, Wade took 18 free throws, 13 for 18. In game 5, okay, which Miami won, of course, he was 21 of 25 from the line. In game 6, to close it out, he was 16 to 21. 16 to 21. Now, he was a driver. He was a slasher. But you're
not
right.
that much.
I don't know.
Chris.
I'm not going to say it was, without knowing, I'm not going to say it was fixed, whatever.
I'm just saying, if I was going to put
one,
one,
of free throws. Yeah.
That was one that changed really quickly, and the officials, I don't know what the numbers were, Rob G, in game 1 and 2, but something changed. It just seemed like it wasn't like that was how Dallas won the first 2 games, Chris. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where Dirk Nowitzki had a lot of free throws or something like that, and that was how they were calling the whole series. It just switched all of a sudden, so that's the one I would pick.
Did you ever hear any rumblings?
Yes, I did.
Of stuff? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I did. And I just we'll have to have a conversation about it. I don't think I should just talk about it without us talking about it first.
Right. But that's an interesting one because that was bizarre. And look, and we both know Avery Johnson. We worked with him. I felt bad for him because again, he's up 2-0. And the start of his coaching career, Rob, was fantastic. And it looked like he was about to win. Except for that time when he changed his lineup for the Sacramento Kings. Do you remember that? No, that was Golden State. Wasn't that
Golden State? Golden State.
Right.
They were Dallas was the number 1 seed. He changed his lineup.
That was later. Yeah, that was after this. Yeah.
That was a huge mistake.
Right.
I remember that one.
But I thought maybe his coaching career could have been different had he gotten that ring. And, it's interesting. All right, we're going to throw it out to you guys, 877-99 on Fox. If you had to put an asterisk by any NBA championship, which one would it be? Your turn to weigh in. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
All right, let's talk to Joseph in Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joseph?
Good evening, fellas. How are you?
Good. Great, man. How are you?
Chris, I know you ain't going to like this, brother, but I'm going to say all 3 of Steph's championships.
Oh, my.
All 3 of them.
What?
In 2015, who was not playing in the finals with LeBron when he took him to 6 games? Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Now
let's hear the next.
So you taking away Kawhi's last year?
No, he said
I'll take that away because LeBron wasn't in the East. That's easy.
Not that, but what about Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson getting hurt?
All right, go ahead.
Exactly.
Let's hear it.
But 2017.
Take away Isaiah's first when Magic only plays 75 minutes. I mean, if that's how we rolling, yeah.
Let's hear.
Well, I'm taking
ahead,
Kawhi. I mean,
I'm schooling the young man
in the Spurs against Zaza, right? Rolled his ankle. 2017. Kawhi was out, and they rolled
3
over
quarters.
The Spurs.
They were going to win because of what you saw for 3 quarters.
They lost by 2. Come on now, Chris. You know he was going to kill that game. And then 2018, who didn't play for the Rockets the last 2 games of the series when they went to 7? Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
I'm just saying.
No, that's
saying,
fine.
brother.
That's what we're. This is all hypothetical, and that's fine. Joseph, we appreciate the call.
He would take away 2/3 of the NBA championships.
If you go by that,
I mean,
because
really,
people get hurt.
Really, right? Come on.
No, Mark and Indy. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark? Mark.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What's
Hey,
happening?
not too bad. I'm from Minneapolis, not Indy.
All right, Indianapolis.
Minneapolis or Indianapolis?
Oh, Minneapolis.
Oh,
Okay,
Minneapolis. We got you. Sorry.
We blame
that's
that
not-
on Rob G.
Yes, Rob G. A typo. Go ahead.
He
Yeah,
makes a
yeah.
mistake like once a week or something like that.
Hey, thanks a lot,
Go ahead.
guys. It's my first time calling in, so I love your show. I listen to you guys all the time, so I love
Thank
you guys
you.
all the time.
Thank you.
Mark, we
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yep. So my take is the Dallas Mavericks, man. I'm a Maverick fan, so I used to live
The
in
one in
Dallas.
2011?
So which one are you put an asterisk on?
I'm talking
That's
about
the only one they won.
2003. We should have won 2003 with Wade. That's why I'm calling about. I want to ask Rob what he knows.
2006. The one Rob put an asterisk on.
Right.
If he had to.
I'm just saying the free throws didn't feel good to me. That's all. I don't have any concrete evidence. I'm just saying,
Right.
Chris, the
Nah,
free
it was-
throws
look,
didn't feel good.
He
You
took
covered
24
it. You covered
free
it.
throws in the first 2 games combined and 25 in game 5.
Right.
Or
That's all you need to
4
know.
or 5, one of them, yeah.
It would. The refereeing was different. Craig in Houston, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Craig?
Hey guys, how y'all doing this evening?
Man, we
What's
good.
up, man?
Good. Hey, I got to get Chris, man. But just the second time I heard you, man, you take a little. First one was a little side shot at my Rockets, man. First of all, that the asterisk can't be. I put the asterisk on the shortened season for LeBron and the shortened season for Timmy, but to put it on the Rockets, you got to keep in mind, man. We went back to back. We didn't just, it wasn't just we snatched one and then went away. And that second year, Mike was there.
Where was
and
the
if
best
Mike had
player in the
made it-
world?
And if Mike had made it, it would have been, oh, my God, the greatest thing. But he fell short. He couldn't get by Shaq and Penny.
Because he was out of shape.
And we
Where was
killed
the
him. Well, I had nothing to
where
do
was
with
the
that. He
best-
shouldn't have came back. He
Where
shouldn't
was
have came
the-
back. Well, let me finish, Chris. I know y'all going to cut me off, and then you can talk about it. Look, those first 3 years of Chicago championships, they only beat us twice. We were the only team in the league with a winning record against Chicago. They had no answer for the African. And Vernon Maxwell would keep Jordan busy enough so that he couldn't just help and run around and help defend. They had no answer for it. We were a bad matchup for them, man. It was just like a classic fight. It was the matchup was bad for them. And the year that they destroyed Kemp and Payton, the Supersonics beat us in a game 7 in Seattle. And we should have got that game, but I mean we were on the road and they beat us. They played a heck of a game and beat us in a game 7 overtime. And they got destroyed.
Y'all would have went down.
Craig is a big Rockets fan, man. He know the game
look,
like the
I'm
very
not saying
minute.
the team wasn't
I
good.
love that, Craig. I love that.
That's a good call. That was a good call, but y'all would have went down.